And now it's time for the mashup. The mashup of shows from Space Dog Radio. From someplace over London, UK, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. Slang phrases that perfectly sum up their era. Do you have one of those phrases that you've heard as a kid or growing up or whatever, partying, whatever in the past, that you just go, man, whenever I hear that, it just makes me cringe, or I wish I could still use that? Booze. This one is a collection of criminal jargon. It was in a collection of criminal jargon published in 1532. Like boozer, booze it up. I like saying booze. I like saying booze almost as much as I like saying fuck. May is masturbation month. I thought every month was. From someplace over New Orleans, Louisiana, this is the Space Dog on the Space Dog Radio Show. Masturbation month is American, formerly National Masturbation Month. It did not require Republicans and Democrats working across the table to enact a special law, and it only took a unilateral declaration of self-service by Good Vibrations Sex Shop in response to firing of the U.S. Surgeon General Jocelyn Elder's dismissal followed comments at the UN World AIDS Day in 1994. Asked whether promoting masturbation might discourage school-age children from riskier sex activity, Elders agreed, noting that children should be taught that masturbation is a natural part of human sexuality. From someplace over Dallas, Texas, USA, this is a Space Dog on the Space Dog Radio Show. So, yeah, another hit to the media mayhem. That's right. AT&T Inc. on Sunday agreed to buy DirecTV for $48.5 billion. That's $95 a share. And the move will give the telecommunications company a larger base of video subscribers and increase its ability to compete against Comcast and Time Warner Cable. They agreed to the merger in February. AT&T's proposed combination, which is subject to government review, could improve the internet service by pushing existing Uverse TV subscribers to video over satellite service, and thereby free up bandwidth on the telecommunications network. The combination would reduce consumers' options for pay TV providers from 4 to 3 for about 25% of U.S. households, according to Morgan Stanley analyst Ben Swinburne. Fewer competitors could result in higher prices, a situation that usually gives regulators cause for concern. No shit. Really. AT&T is going to want to buy a DirecTV, and that will narrow down the availability of consumers to buy from 4 companies to now only 3. 5.7 million Uverse TV consumers and 20.3 million DirecTV consumers in what the combined entity would serve 26 million viewers. That would make it the second largest pay TV operator behind Comcast Time Warner Cable, which serves 30 million people. If this goes through, and it will, this is going to be another travesty of media conglomeration for the consumers. Absolutely unbelievable. From someplace over the beautiful Pacific Northwest, USA, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Mark Taylor Canfield, independent journalist. Welcome back to Space Dog Radio with news from under the radar.
Hey, Space Dog's got some more information that you won't hear anywhere else.
Awesome. We always love hearing news from under the radar from Mark Taylor Canfield. Another guy we like hearing from is independent media mogul himself, Jacob Dean from Filter Free Radio. Shouts out to that guy. And our friends down in the home of speed, Ormond Beach, Florida, USA. Air Occupy. Citizens United going for the 99%. Air Occupy. We've got a link on spacedogradio.com. Check those guys out. What do you have going for us this week?
week?
A shout out to Randy Rhodes and her crew.
Yeah.
Sad that she went off the air this last week after years and years of really kind of outspoken programming. So she was one of the original Air America network DJs, talk show hosts.
Yep.
And has been with Clear Channel recently, and as Clear Channel continues to buy up stations and turn them into sports and right-wing talk stations, we see happening all over the country. A shout out to AM 760 at Colorado. They just changed their format too from progressive radio. So we keep losing these voices on the air, and it's up to folks like you, myself, Jacob Dean, Nicole Sandler with the Radio Network, and even like here in Seattle, Hollow Earth Radio, and whoever else can be doing independent stuff to kind of pick up the slack where people like Randy have left off. I'd also mention X-Ray.fm out of Portland. They're doing some really good programming. I was listening to them all morning, actually. But we should probably get to some news stories. My latest is I've been following this story about the United States Department of Agriculture soliciting on a government website for submachine guns and I believe 40 caliber Smith & Wessons and titanium gun sights and all this crazy weaponry. And so that story kind of shocked a lot of people. It is on an official government website, but then doing background reporting and research on it, you see a whole history over the last few years of raids by the United States Department of Agriculture, along with the federal or the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and the FBI, raiding small farms where, like they did in Washington State, where farmers are selling raw milk, which is currently against federal regulations, or a lemon tree grower, a woman who had a lemon tree. She had trouble with the USDA, and there's all sorts of interesting things going on around the country that you only hear about piecemeal, and so nobody's really reporting on the entire picture.
Mark, say that one more time, because I'm not grasping why the FDA would be soliciting for weaponry. I'm not getting it. So the FDA is trying to buy weapons? Is that what's going on here?
Yes. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, through the Inspector General's office, has a solicitation on an official government website for these weapons, and it's part of the Federal Business Opportunities website.
From someplace over Portland, Oregon, USA, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. Well, it looks like the railroads claimed a national security, and keeping oil train routes secret is a bunch of crap. Hold the phones. Hold the phones. Marco Rubio, not the sharpest tool in the shed. He says, quote, "I don't believe humans are causing climate change." End of quote. Really? From someplace over Miami, Florida, USA, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. From someplace over Lagos, Nigeria, this is a Space Dog on the Space Dog Radio Show. An international effort to rescue 276 schoolgirls being held captive by Islamic extremists in northeastern Nigeria was boosted Friday when British security experts joined the Nigerian and American forces trying to rescue the missing students. From someplace over Berkeley, California, USA, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. Former Secretary Robert Reich trashed the White House on Thursday for using Walmart, an enemy of unions, as a poster company for a new climate change campaign. Reich, who served under President Clinton, called Walmart one of the country's, quote, worst employers, end of quote, with, quote, low wages, unreliable hours, few benefits, discrimination against women, and anti-union. There you go, a mashup of some of the shows done on Space Dog Radio. To hear more, check out spacedogradio.com. I'm the Space Dog. Thank you for listening. Be safe, be happy, and I'll catch you next orbit.